Alright everyone, welcome to Siesta Mall. I said it right again. We are officially open for business tonight. So, just to kind of give everybody a quick recap of where we're at. This is our mall currently, and in the last episode, we added a fountain and some columns. Let's get this moving. Not slow speed. Normal speed. There we go. We added some columns and things like that, and benches and trees and stuff to make the mall a little more aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say, because we want to make sure the mayor thinks the mall is an aesthetic asset. Now, this episode, I want to go ahead. Sears had the most shoppers this month. Wow. I want to go ahead and expand the mall a little bit because we have some money, and let me zoom out a little bit. We've got plenty of room. Plenty of room. There it is. So what we're going to do, I think, this episode is kind of expand a hallway out this way. And then we'll probably stick another anchor down here. We did slow speed, normal speed, fast speed, and ludicrous speed. Yeah. I wonder if there's plaid carpet. We could go plaid. But anyways, yeah, we're going to expand the hallway up this way, and we'll add some more stores along the way and all that good stuff. So, let's do this. Let me look and see. We have room to add stores, I think, horizontally, like along the hallway. So let's do that. Let's let me grab a store real quick here. Once again, Sears had the most shoppers. That's not the reality we live in, is it? You like the purple people eater carpet? Yeah, I'm a pretty big. I've been listening to a lot on Now the Bonton, which doesn't even exist. Although I guess they do quasi exist now. From what I understand, somebody bought the name. Oh, I always click that. Somebody bought the rights up to the name and is gonna kind of continue it as an online enterprise. So that's cool. Yeah, I think we can stick. Let's see. We stick a store there, and then there we go. Okay. We could even do... Wow, we have a lot of room here to do this. Okay. We want to continue the purple carpet. So I want to lay that down. There we go. Okay. Now the question is... Because what we'll do is we'll knock this wall down, so this will become an open hallway. Let's see here. I'm trying to Bonton with the KB toys inside. So yeah, let's do that. We'll, how far out do we need to go? I'm going to just grab an anchor store real quick. That sounds so weird to say. I'm going to grab an anchor store like it's just a thing that you can just grab. Okay, that's what's going to dictate, because I'm going to want... Oops. I'm really trying to be good with space management. Okay, so if I put this here... Okay, cool. And then we can stick that there. Oh, hey, thank you, Ken Murphy. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says, finally get to see one of these live. Love your channel. I appreciate that, Ken Murphy. Thank you. That's a cool name. It kind of reminds me of Alex Murphy. I don't know why. I watched RoboCop the other night. That's probably why. Now the question is, do we want to stick another like 2-slot store? I just covered my hallway. Oh, you're right, I did. I did that over... Never mind. Ha! Boom. That's not where I meant to put that. There we go. Now, do I want to stick a 2 here? Thank you. Who told me that? Because that would have been really annoying in about 2 seconds if I had kept going. Do I want to stick 2 here or another long one? Let me see. What we've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stores. We're gonna add an anchor. I don't know what I want to stick here, guys. What do you think? Should we stick one 2-slot store or 2 1-slot stores right here? Oh, it was Billy that told me that about the hallway. Thank you, I appreciate that. I should just tear the wall down here in a minute. Put a long one. See, 1 vote for long one and 1 vote for two 1-slot stores. So far it's a tie. We do need to put a... I don't think we have a Spencer gift, and we do need to put that in this episode. Oh, it's like every other one. Like long one, 2 1-slot, long one. Oh, that's a good point too. I could have stuck. You know what? Who said that? It's simply Robin. Let's do that. I'm gonna waste some money here. Terrible urban planner. That actually makes more sense. What we can do is this, and then this. Okay. Yeah, and I've seen a few more votes for a long one. Oh, wrong orientation. There we go. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Okay. Cool. And then we'll just put this... There we go. Hopefully this is starting to kind of make sense to everybody shape-wise. We're going to put a wall here, I think, but we'll maybe open this up and, you know, we can stick more stuff. We can do weird mall stuff later on. Let's do the carpet. I wanted to check on our money, too. So far, unlike our first mall, Rotting Acres Mall, we have not put this mall hugely into debt yet. So that's good. Okay, and then which walls are we using? Those white tile ones. Oh, you know, I need to finish the... Hold on. There's a spot right there. Yeah, okay. Walls. Oh, no, that wasn't it. That's that one. Barney purple carpet. I prefer to think of it as Prince Purple Rain carpet, not Barney. Ugh. Having bad memories of having to watch Barney when I would babysit my little sister. Now, thankfully, another thing that has improved since Rotting Acres is my wall building skills. Watch me screw this up, though. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just we'll wall this off for now, but we're gonna end up sticking more stores. Oh, our money's starting to go. Yeah, if you tuned in to welcome... Oh, see, I screwed it up. Let me straighten this out a little bit. That's not that big of a deal. But, oh, jeez, I did it again. Of course it's gonna... I love how it mocks you and it blows up the two that you wanted. There, okay. Okay, and then we just have to... Oh, I guess I didn't need to build the carpet until the end because I'm going to lose it when I blow this wall up. Think about that. Well, I wasted up quite a bit of money. That's okay, though. You know what, man? There's budget overruns. Okay. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and do the anchor. Build it like the 2004 housing bubble. Yes, but yeah, exactly. You know what's funny? You mentioned that there was kind of a mall bubble before that. I mean, at least that's what's been going on here in Arizona. I know I've covered a lot of dying malls in Arizona, but something I've been trying to kind of show and as well is that not every mall is dying. There are busy malls too. That's kind of the problem, is that we just built too damn many. So unfortunately, it's the older malls with, you know, kind of the more character that are the ones that are dying in favor of, you know, the new ones. No, we do not need a Walmart. That is not this kind of mall. Okay, let's do this. Now, we did a poll. I did a poll on Twitter today to pick the new anchor we were going to put in, and Montgomery Ward, I'm sure you guessed, won, because that was the kind of background wallpaper I picked for the stream. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and build our Montgomery Ward. Now, I definitely want to have radio and TV in here because Electric Avenue. Oh, look at that carpet. Wards also carried apparel. We do already have a Sears. I think that's our other anchor. We'll go over the stores in a minute as soon as we finish this. What else do we want? Because we get 4 slots with the Montgomery Ward. We'll get 4 more slots for it when the mall hopefully eventually expands to a second floor. But for right now, with Montgomery Ward, we got the electric stuff, and then what else did they have? They had apparel. So do we want to do like men's apparel, women's apparel, and kids apparel, or do we want to do like men's and women's and something else? Let's do the men's, the women's, and the children's, and then we'll add more Montgomery Ward stuff when we expand the mall. Oh, we're down to $3,000. Okay, if we double click it, we can change. Whoa, calm down. We can change the name, Montgomery Ward. All right, and I want a 10% sales. And I'm actually kind of okay. What storefront did it pick? Yeah, I'm actually kind of okay with that, what it picked. Cool, okay. Alright, let's take a look at our store list real quick. Let's see what we've got in this mall. Because now we have lots more slots to fill. Okay, so we've got a Sears, we've got a Payless, and we got an Auntie Anne's Pretzels. We're gonna need to put something like a pretzel place on this end of the mall, because you gotta have accessible snack foods. We got a KB, we got a GNC, we got a Brookstone, an A and W because we couldn't use the ampersand. Oh, that's ampersand. This is the food court area. Pocket Change, the Bonton, Suncoast. What? Oh, and then these are all the empty ones that we just built. These are all the ones that we've got to fill. So I know we definitely need a Spencer Gifts. Oh, you know what we haven't been paying attention to this episode either is the research. Hold on. Imported candies. These are all store types we can't build yet. Oh, look at all this stuff. Ooh. Let's do a metal detector. Oh, thank you, what was that? Redneck. Sorry, my vision is terrible. Redneck Lever 22. Thank you for that. It says, I see a 12-screen theater, a gay karaoke bar, LGBT boutique, and an Applebee's. I'll settle for a Dairy Queen. That's funny. Okay, so we want to do a Spencer. We got to put that in, Spencer Gifts. I know there's a thing for that. Is it under entertainment? Yeah, there it is. Novelties. Do we want to use a one slot store or a 2 slot store on the Spencers? Do we want a big Spencers or a little Spencers? We already have a Brookstone, AC Castillo. We'll probably have us. We'll probably maybe add a sharper image once we expand the mall to a second floor. Yeah, I'm thinking of one slot. Let's put the Spencers. Let's put it. I know where we can put it. Let's put it right there. That actually. Oh my God, that is a giant lava lamp. My God. Otherwise, I'm kind of okay with that too, because that kind of looks like neon. I don't think there's... Hold on. I don't think there's a better... front than that. Hmm. Yeah, no, I think I'll just leave it as is for now. Oh, Spencer gifts. No, not... There we go. Gifts. We do need like a bookstore, like a Walden Books. We don't have that yet. Let's see, is that going to be under entertainment? Books and magazines. Okay. Now the bookstore, that's a good question. Do we could do a Walden Books, we could do a B. Dalton. And the other thing is, do we want to do a 2-slot or a 1-slot? I think at Rotting Acres Mall we used a 2-slot because I think we put books and magazines and newsstand and called that whatever the bookstore was. Borders, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of more leaning towards B. Dalton or Walden just because they don't exist in the real world anymore. So it would be kind of cool for. And honestly, if Fiesta Mall, I know Fiesta Mall had a Walden Books, but I used to go to Superstition Springs Mall quite a bit, and it had a Walden Books and a B. Dalton, and I used to shop at both. Actually, I used to go to another Walden Books quite a bit that was a standalone Walden Books that's now a Dollar General that I recently did a video on. You know, let's do this. We'll put it right here. Oh, that even looks kind of like a, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of. I'm thinking let's do Walden because I like it. I like to be Dalton also, but that's how it was, right? Walden Books. Am I spelling that correctly? Barnes and Noble is an interesting story. Spoiler: there's probably going to be an episode on Barnes and Noble at some point in the near future. Okay, I think that's how that's spelled, so we can leave that like that. Okay, now we need. I'm thinking right here. I want to put a snack place. So we have. Where's our Auntie Anne's? Where do we put that? Where do we put the pretzels? Right there. Okay. Yeah, so we'll put it on the other side over here. For this side of the mall. Barnes and Chernobyl, that's funny. Otter Lover 95, that is hilarious. Yeah, we could do a Dairy Queen. That's one idea. We could do a Dairy Queen, or we could do... We have an Orange Julius over in the food court, so we're covered there. Let's look at that store type. Under dining. So we can do pretzels, obviously. We can do Dairy Queen or something like that. Well, we could do Cinnabon. What would we use for a Cinnabon? None of these are really... Linda from See It Toll says Bob's Big Boy. Anyone remember it? I do totally... It's funny, I never ate at Bob's Big Boy. Like as a kid or at all until very recently, until a few months ago. But I remember driving past them and stuff and seeing commercials for them. And they still even, for a long time, they've sold like the Bob's Big Boy dressing, like salad dressings at the grocery store and stuff. But recently we took a trip to California, and on the drive back, we stopped at a Bob's Big Boy that was near the Arizona-California border, I believe. And that, like I said, that was the first time I ever had that. And this was a really cool one that it had like the breakfast buffet and stuff, which I guess is a big deal. So like that was going on when we went. It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And you know, it's funny because of course me being the way that I am, we're gonna have to end up putting a freaking Bob's Big Boy in this mall at some point now. Original Cookie Company's good too. We could use the chocolates for that maybe, because I don't see baking. Unfortunately, with this game, there are some like store types kind of things that are missing. So you just kind of have to sometimes pick the thing that's the closest. Somebody's saying Pizza Hut. We have a Sparrow already, and I don't want to put something like a pan. I want something snacky, not like sit down and eat. And I don't want to do pretzels because we already put an Auntie Anne's on that side. So I'm thinking Dairy Queen. I saw a couple people say Dairy Queen, and that seems to make sense to me. So, whoa, that's cool looking. If I forget if it's one word or two. Someone will have to correct me. Okay, so let's put... What else? We got a Spencer. What else are we missing? Oh, a cell phone store. We can use phones for that. And I saw somebody was saying singular. Singular, however you say that. It sounds more like an asthma medication than a cell phone company. But let's put a cell phone store right here. I mean, cell phone. Check out the. Oh my God! Remember those phones? Do we want to make this a cellular one? Cellular one's a good one too, or AirTouch would be a good one. Singular, I like too because is that even how you say that? Singular, because they're gone as well. Screw Sprint. I don't want to give them any publicity. MCI long distance store. Now that's going back. Executive Cellular, which was a T-Mobile. We need a jewelry store too. I don't think we have that yet. Let's do, you know what? Let's do MCI WorldCom. Because that's one that's defunct, and they were one of the biggest cellular providers, and not just cellular providers, but they owned a lot of the backbone of the internet at one time too, and they failed spectacularly in a huge bankruptcy story that's actually pretty interesting. So we'll go with MCI WorldCom. When I used to work for Verizon Wireless many years ago, MCI WorldCom was actually one of Verizon Wireless's biggest customers because they didn't actually. I'm really getting into the weeds here. The MCI WorldCom didn't have their own cellular network. They just bought bulk airtime from Verizon Wireless and used their towers and stuff. So, geez, look at that phone too. That's great. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with MCI WorldCom. Okay, let's go back to. Let's see. I do want to add. Let's pop a jewelry store in. Do we have that as a store type yet? Because that's the other thing too. Not every store type is unlocked yet. Like I really want to put a video game store in yet, but we can't because that's not unlocked. Whoops. The other weird one is there's not really like a music store that I can think of. I mean, there's this music, but that ends up being like musical instruments, I believe, not like CDs and stuff. Housewares. What do we got in here? We don't have candles or artwork yet. I still gotta research those. Ooh, do we have like a aerobic studio? Vitamins. Do we put a GNC or something in yet, or Vitamin World? That's another one. I'm just kind of checking out all the store types just to see. Like these gray ones are not available yet. What's in here? Okay, and this is where. Oh, we need like a Kit's camera or whatever too. Watch and jewelry repair. We have that also. You know what's interesting about that, about the watch and jewelry repair one? I think, okay, we do have jewelry, educational. We're not a dead mall yet, so we don't need a charter school. Bank, perfume, tattoo parlor, piercing salon. Okay, yeah, let's put a jewelry store here. What's a good jewelry store? Ooh, Guitar Center is a good one as far as a store goes. That's another interesting story. They were in some financial trouble as well, but they, I think, got some backing to keep themselves out of deep doo-doo. K Jewelers, yeah, that's so. K, I'm seeing a lot of K. What's Littman? I'm not familiar with that one. How about E.D. Marshall Jewelers? Is you guys familiar with those commercials? Do they? I don't know if they're just Arizona. I feel like I've seen E.D. Marshall Jewelers commercials in other states, like when I've been in California and stuff. But they're one of those. They buy jewelry and then they resell it. But I think they resell it in their jewelry stores. They don't like sell it and have it melted down and that kind of crap. He went to Jared. Yeah, I don't want to do Jared. Saxons. That sounds fancy. Is that a jewelry store? Saxons? Burks, Friedman's. Listen to all these crazy names of jewelry stores. This is fantastic. How do you say that? Borsheim's equals the Warren Buffett's of personal jewelers. You know what? I am seeing a few people say Littman's, and I'm not familiar with that, so I'm gonna go with that because that just sounds fancy. Is it like that, or is there an apostrophe? L.A. Okay. It just sounds like snooty and snotty and like late 70s. And the salespeople probably have like a booger sugar habit, you know? That just sounds fantastic. Okay. Man, I think that's enough for now. Let's get them all moving again. That should be enough stuff to entice people to come down here. We can leave a couple empty spaces. Once again, Sears had the most shoppers this month. That's insane. Yeah, we do definitely need a Radio Shack. I gotta remember which store type we want to use to do that. We don't want to use gadgets because that ends up being like Brookstone massage chairs and stuff. So that's more what that makes sense for. Mayor calls the mall an aesthetic asset. Of course he does. But look, our customer count increased a little bit though since we opened that. We need to beautify this too. As far as, I mean, we've got like fountains and fancy, you know, stuff going on over here. We need to get some stuff going on over here as well. Oh, research was completed on metal detectors. That's good. What store types? Okay, we still have hot trends, imported leather apparel. Ooh, sanitation engineer. Toys and Babies R Us. The mall, Siesta Mall will have a Toys R Us at some point. We'll do that. Well, that'll be another anchor that we add. We have a KB right now. But look, now we look, the Bonton had the most shoppers. It's gotten bigger, and we're doing a pretty good job with space management, which is good. You can hear my dogs barking. Rotting Acres Memorial Park in the courtyard. That's not a bad idea. Oh, you know what we should do? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's build a door. We're gonna have to hire more greeters for that. But let's build some doors right here. We gotta go with that fancy brass. employees. Cool. Now that'll make it easier for people to get in and out. You want to be the carpet contractor for me? That's funny. What type of dogs do I have? I actually have two dogs. They're both Chihuahua mixes. One of them's name is Coco, and she's like some sort of Chihuahua. She was a rescue dog. So the story with her was that we know the mom was a Chihuahua. The mom got out and came back pregnant. So they're not really sure what the dad was, but it's some sort of wire-haired terrier. It might even be Scotty. She's really cute though. I post pictures of them all the time on Twitter. The other one we have is as another one that was a rescue that they said he's purebred long-haired Chihuahua, but I have my doubts. I think he's part Chihuahua and part something else, and that's Bean. So we have Coco and Bean, Coco Bean. And like I said, I post pictures of them all the time on Twitter and stuff. Do your dogs want Taco Bell? God, no, man. They would crap all over my house. No, thank you. I mean, they're both really good. You know, they're both housebroken and really good. But just, you know, if they get sick or something, and you know, when you have two dogs and they're all over each other and stuff, and if they both get sick, oh, there's a pile of shit. What is that? No, there's dirt. We need to. What's going on here? Are we still researching stuff? Oh, we're done with that. Do we not have enough? I didn't think about that. We probably need to hire some more security and stuff and sanitation engineers. Anyways, I don't know if you guys remember the Osbournes, but they had like that show, The Osbournes, but they had like a bunch of little dogs, and there would just be like shit everywhere, like little turds all the time. There's some days if they're sick, it's like, and yeah, no, Taco Bell would not be good. I love that the people walk into the empty stores. That's interesting. What's this person doing? Just going to Chick-fil-A. We do need a linens and things for sure. Hopefully we're good on janitorial staff now. That's always something that I'm not really sure of in this game, is like how much. I feel like with Rotting Acres Mall, we always like hired the max we could hire. But we're doing pretty good. We're consistently over 100. Look, and Montgomery Ward had the most shoppers this month. That's fantastic. And our money's, I think, going up a little bit. So how does this game work? It's like Sim City, but with malls. There's our arcade right there. What's this geezer doing? He's going to Montgomery Ward. Of course he is. I love Sparrow Pizza. A lot of people crap on Sparrow, but I'm a huge fan. That's always been one of my go-tos in the mall food court for sure. So I always have to add one of those kind of quickly. Yeah, we need to start thinking about, you know, adding some fountains and plants and stuff over here. But, wow, this guy's taking forever to get over there. We must need like a tram system or something. Why did he come in the door he came in? Oh, we're still researching. You know what I got to look at too now? Does that mean I actually need to... Oh, did I say to cancel the research? That was dumb. I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We'll do this anyways. Some of the maintenance stuff seems like it's a better idea anyways. But yeah, we got a lot done this episode. We got a lot of stores added. We got a new anchor added. Obviously, at some point, the mall will also expand. Get off that guy. This way, and we'll add another anchor. Maybe the Toys R Us. I don't know. If you don't follow on Twitter, make sure you do that, because that's where... Nice, the Bonton. That's where I run a lot of the polls throughout the week to kind of decide what some of the bigger things we're going to do are. So, food court with Sparrow, Auntie Anne's, and I'm not familiar with Manchu Walk, but we do have an Auntie Anne's. It's not in the food court. We put that somewhere else in the mall, because you got to have pretzel places and stuff all over the mall for sure. We do need a record store as well. We've got room for that, so we'll probably do that next episode as well. Like I said, we got pretty productive this one. We added quite a bit. This is all new. This is everything we added today, so we're growing pretty well. Oh, you know what? That's something else we need to add as well to our mall. Let me just see something real quick. We'll do it next episode, so make sure you tune in for that. But we need to add a atrium. Maybe we'll stick that over here. No, maybe we'll stick it off over here. Once you add an atrium to your mall, that's what gives you the ability to have like Santa and haunted houses and roller coasters and all kinds of like monthly promo things. So They're also expensive to build though, but they draw a lot of traffic. So yeah, next episode we'll work on filling out the rest of these stores that we've got here, these empty stores, and we'll work on adding the atrium as well. That's the cool thing about the atrium too, when it's not being used for you know, like Santa or something like that. If there's any months where it's not being used, it's just a big giant fountain. So yeah, make sure, and if you're not subscribed already, do that so you can catch the also hit the stupid little bell thing so that you make sure you don't miss the live streams. Although Rotting Acres Mall, I do this live stream every Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So if you don't happen to get notifications, just know that that's when I do these. But I also, we've been doing Mark and I have been doing some like Urbex type live streams and stuff too. So you're going to want to make sure and have the notifications on so you don't miss that stuff. And yeah, guys, have a we're going to wrap it up here. Have a good night from Siesta Mall.